Through this course, I've learned just how intertwined politics and economics are throughout the media. From since the Industrial Revolution, as well as in even earlier points in history, media was and currently is controlled by the people in power, whether that be corporations, governments, or in the past the church, the monarch. Despite how much human civilization has evolved and changed throughout the centuries, the roles of these gatekeepers have largely remained the same, in that they are in control of the media and thus public opinion, as through what they choose to broadcast, they can induce emotions and feelings in the audience, manipulating them to believe and follow their set social stratifications, especially in ways that keep these gatekeepers in power. Although now, as media has become more decentralized, in where previously the only way you could broadcast to a wide audience is through an established news agency or some form of guerrilla media, now with the rise of technological literacy and social media, the common you and I are able to broadcast content to a wider audience. However, that doesn't mean that media is totally decentralized now, as these social media companies are also corporations, often working with different governments and still have many underlying and hidden ways of control, such as censoring your content, not allowing them to be shown in certain countries. Despite this, it's still better than nothing, and even though it can and easily is misused, the ability for the individual to create media content and broadcast it out independently, criticizing the gatekeepers and informing the public of hidden powers in the popular media that we consume, it's still a very beneficial tool in giving some power to the common people. I've also learned that things I really didn't care for before can actually be quite fun and self-comforting. Typically, I'm quite lazy and hate doing things that require extra effort, and I often don't really bother trying new things if I find them to be too much work to begin with, or if I don't think I have the skills to do it perfectly on the first time, which is ridiculous because I haven't even given it a chance first. I found throughout the course that writing poetry can be really therapeutic, which I didn't expect before. Perhaps it's because I have all these negative emotions bottled inside of me that I never really knew how to express, and the poems throughout the course provided a great outlet for that. Additionally, I never knew making collages could be so fun. Even though I've made collages for past courses taught by you, Professor Strangelove, I don't think I've ever really committed fully until this collage, partially because I discovered that we had a large stack of old magazines stashed away in a shelf that I had no idea about. And because I suddenly got access to these loads of old magazines that I didn't feel bad about destroying them. I could finally let go of any inhibitions, and it was also really interesting flipping through pages while also looking for things to cut, because it's been so long since I viewed print media and specifically print advertisements. Every 4 out of 5 pages were pretty much advertisements, with content and articles being so few in between. Thank you so much for listening.